My name is Kim Clements, and this is my story. It was a morning hunt, absolutely. I knew a year before. Well, long story, all right? I'm going to try. It's not easy. Ranch belongs to my best friend, Jerry Crumry. It's going to take a minute. It's all right. I'll be fine. Okay. So my best friend, Jerry Crumry, grew up together, hunted South Texas all of our lives. So he had a ranch in Menard for 20 years, and it was high fenced and genetically improved, and some tremendous deer that were grown and harvested there. And 3 years ago, he sold it and bought a ranch in Big Wells between Dilley and Carrizo, which has always been his passion to own a ranch in South Texas. It's where we hunted growing up. And we built a house and did a ton of work on the ranch, got it ready, starting 3 years ago. And the biggest deer that I'd ever killed in my life was a 151 in 2008. And it was the last trophy until this deer that I ever harvested. And so I didn't see him, but Jerry, my friend, and his son and one other guy saw the deer that I ended up harvesting at the end of the season last year. This is hard. I didn't think this was going to be this hard. Jerry picked this deer out for me because he said it would score better than the best deer that I ever taken. So it became my buck this time last year when they saw it. I never saw it. So we did like we always did, got prepared for the season. We worked down there all the time, working on tanks and clearing brush and feeders and all the stuff you do in preparation. So it was just known this was going to be my buck this year. And unfortunately, on October 9th, Jerry went to be with the Lord, but his wife and his son insisted that was my buck. So I went with Jason, his son, and Cahill, his grandson, and they were with me on the hunt. And hunted one afternoon, and the deer didn't come out. And then the next morning he did. It was beautiful. My friend Jerry's favorite artist was George Strait. I had my headphones on while I was hunting and had George Strait playing. It just seemed like the perfect way to pay tribute to him. Oh my God. The funny part of this is, there's a funny part to this. He said he was going to outscore my 151, and we took him. It was a big, huge body deer, old. We think he was 7.5. Not real sure. He was out of teeth. So we took him in to have him weighed at Los Cazadores, and they scanned him, and the initial measurement came back at 148, and there was a tremendous amount of disappointment that he didn't better the other buck. And then Bailey officially scored him, and lo and behold, he scored 151 and 3/8. So we beat it. We're firm believers in the Lord, just tradition. He's the one that started me on the tradition 25 years ago, but it's prayer. It's say a thankful prayer. Well, so I thought I missed him. I was hunting in an area that had buffalo grass that was thick, and it was probably at least 12 inches tall. And when I shot, he just disappeared out of my scope. And there were a couple other bucks that were around, and they do like they normally do and kind of ran wondering what happened and stopped, and they're both standing out there, and I never saw where the deer went, didn't see anything about him. And so I finally, I just panicked. I mean, there was probably at least a minute of panic, and I finally looked through my binoculars, and I could just see the curve of his horns. He dropped right where he was standing. I sat in the blind for, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, and then got out and went, and it was just amazed at the awesome animals. It's that undescribable feeling that you have whenever you walk up on one like that. I had to wait for Jason. Jason's, thank God's a strong young man. The deer field dressed at 166, so probably was 225 or so on the hoof, and maybe in my younger days, but I couldn't move him, and so we got him loaded on vehicle and brought him back to camp, and then headed to Pearsall and had him weighed and scored. Well, so we're going to do kind of a pedestal mount, and I'm going to take the 151 that I took 16 years ago and sort of put him lower on a pedestal mount, and he's facing forward, and I'm going to take this deer and kind of turn him one direction or the other, don't know which yet, and mount him just right together with the two of them. I have grandsons, and I enjoy hunting with them, but in the purest sense, it was Jerry. We had hundreds, thousands of hours hunting, and we just both went at it the same way. It was always so much fun. It was relaxed. It was, when we were younger guys, it was all about our kids. As we got older, it was always about our grandkids. We just truly enjoyed each other, most of all hunting.